Okay, so I've decided to kind of research more about energies because it's always something that I've always really resonated with and believed in, but I've never really been able to articulate it correctly in words. So I'm going to try to make this little video series to kind of document the journey and what I've been learning and what I have found to be my truth. And instead of going through and feeling a little weird about saying what I find is my truth, I just want to make a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. This is my truth, and you don't have to agree with it. You can have a different opinion. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't affect me. What affects me is that I'm researching this, and it's really helping me really feel more like I have a foundation in what I believe in. So hopefully maybe this video can help other people if they want to talk about energy. Maybe it'll help with some of the stigma that can be kind of surrounded by people who try to talk about this. So hopefully maybe I can help with that. But either way, I think this is going to be good for me because it's going to help me understand what I believe in more efficiently and better. So I like that. So I wrote some stuff down. I did some research. I'm going to start out more specifically with auras, and I'm even going to break it down even more to the layers of auras that we have. So the first little summary definition for me, what aura means to me, is the energy that flows and surrounds an energy source. So that would be any type of entity that emits energy has the potential to have an aura. And I know there's different people, they believe that it's just people. There's some people who just believe it's places can have auras and people can have auras. I mean, I think plants can have auras. Like anything can have an aura if it has life energy coming off of it. So that's what I believe. But we're going to start with the physical aura plane, and that's what I'm going to try to go into detail today about, and then we'll see where I go from there. Okay? So some of it's written down. It's all from research. Some of it's paraphrased. Some of it is just completely my own idea. It's just specifically what I have found to be my truth. And so I'm going to read it and explain as I go if I need to. This layer is the first layer closest to the energy source. So it's visible, like actually like closest to your skin. So that's what I believe. This layer is more active while resting or sleeping. So through resting and sleeping, it's your subconscious energy is the physical aura plane. So it's going to be more active when you're sleeping and your subconscious is awake. And when your conscious is awake, your subconscious is going to be less active. This layer is more balanced when our subconscious energy is acknowledged rather than ignored. Holding on to or refusing to let negative energy flow through you as easily as it flowed into your subconscious can lead to this plane becoming blurry, patchy, and or darker. So that's just about, you gotta let go what comes. And something that helps me is I kind of imagine a light source at the top of my head, and I can let that light source take the negativity and the pain and any emotions that hurt. I can use that light and just let that light take it away from me, okay? And the energy sources you surround yourself with by, as well as the areas you choose to occupy, can affect this plane just as much as holding on to your own negative energy. Without having any attachment or history to the negative energy that populates space you choose to occupy or is already detrimental to another energy source you choose to exchange energy with, you can still be just as affected as if you made an active decision to harbor negativity and clog your energy flow. So it matters where you choose to be, and it matters who you chose to spend your time with, because that can affect you just as much as holding on to anger or holding on to being mad. So through that, if you want to make the choice to be around negative energy, you have to be willing to treat their negativity as if it were your own, and to take accountability for choosing a negative energy exchange. So it's just about, I believe that if you're going to have negative people in your life, then you have to take accountability for that negative exchange, and you can't blame them for that because you made that active choice decide to have them in your life. And you gotta be aware that you have to take accountability for what you choose to have in your life. And you can't blame, oh, he made me mad. No, you chose to have that person in your life. You knew they were going to make you mad, so you made that choice to get mad, and it had nothing to do with them. You can't give people the responsibility of taking care of your emotions because that's yours. So healing and repairing healing and repairing and positively maintaining balance in this plane is possible through positive energy exchanges, accepting and giving physical comfort, releasing negative energy through physical exertion, allowing yourself to participate in activities that induce feelings of pleasure, as well as keeping up with your physical health and staying on top of addressing health issues as soon as possible and following the steps you need to take to heal, recover, and or adapt new habits that improve your physical health. So that's just about taking care of yourself. Make sure you're showering, make sure you're eating, make sure you're going to the doctor if you're feeling sick. Just take care of yourself. And it's important because it's the physical plane, so this is your body, so you need to take care of what's the utensil that your soul gets to use, because you only get one utensil, you only get one vehicle to move around in, so you got to take care of it so that our physical plane can be happy. The physical plane is an instrument we can utilize to manifest our inner desires and to direct our creative life force energy into their physical form. The physical plane is where who and what we are or have a desire to be can be translated into a physical manifestation. What we decide to focus our attention and awareness on determines how we will present ourselves to ourselves and to others. It will also sculpt our vision of how we see the world and ultimately determine the rules that create each of our own unique individual realities. So I believe that we all live in our own reality, and you have to realize that in order to understand that you're not always going to comprehend what someone else is going through and their view of the situation. And it's something that's difficult. It's something easy to say and more difficult to actually actively do. But once you can start thinking about how they're seeing this from a whole nother perspective than me, their reality is completely different than mine, then you can start trying to step out of your reality and into theirs and understand where they're coming from, and it can help you a lot. Once you realize that you determine the rules of your reality through manifesting your subconscious into a physical form, you can start to analyze and reflect on your subconscious decisions consciously. You can pinpoint the building blocks that have created your reality's foundation, and if necessary, you can change your reality by focusing your energy on what you are not satisfied with. Whether subconsciously or consciously, you have to understand that you created this rule in your reality, and in order to change this rule, you need to open your heart and mind so that you can understand why and forgive yourself for past confusion that you manifested into reality, and understand that once you can approach confusion with an open heart and mind and a genuine desire to understand rather than with anger, hate, or frustration, you can transform what was once confusion residing in your reality into a newfound understanding and truth that satisfies your desire for your reality. So that's just about saying that you have control over a decent amount of your reality. It's not, and owning that control can really help you feel empowered. You have to really understand that you're in control of more than you think, and you are not in control of other people's actions. People are going to be butt faces if they want to be. They're gonna do the bad things that they want to do. But you have control over your actions, and you have control over your reactions to other people. And you have to hone in on how important that is and how much power that gives to you, and how much power that you probably were giving to other people who didn't deserve it, because it was yours, and no one can take that from you. It's something that you can give away, and it's something that you can be manipulated into giving away, but it's not something that someone can take away from you. So it's important to remember how powerful you are and how much you control the environment that you're around and the life that you want to live. And when you start taking care of yourself and taking accountability for your actions, that's what's really going to make you happy and satisfied in the end. So that's kind of my perspective on the physical aura. I feel like there's a lot more that I could go into detail about this, but I feel like this is a good start. The It's just whatever you want to give out to the world, whatever you want to be, you have control to be whatever that is. You have the tools to live your life the way that you want to live it, and there might be steps that you have to take in order to get to the reality that you want, and there might be things that you need to work through, and there might be painful memories that you need to sort through, but it's worth it in the end, because you can find a happiness that was never really available to you because you never took the power that you had. You never took control. You never took the reins and said, yes, this is my life and I can do what I want to do. And that's important. And I feel like it's a really big obstacle for a lot of people because they feel like they don't have any control over their life. They don't know what they're going to do. They feel like they're stuck in a dead-end relationship, or they feel like they can't get away from their parents. They can't, there's so many things where they're just like, oh, I don't have control, so I guess this is why my life sucks. And it's just important to remember that you do have control and that you can make the changes, and it's only you that's going to make the changes because you're the only person who's going to take care of you. Like, there's going to be other people who love you and take care of you, and they want to be there for you, but they're never going to be able to take care of you the way that you can take care of you. And you need to be able to figure out how to take care of you so that you can explain to the people who love you, who want to help you and be there for you and give you love and affirmation and all of that. You need to understand what makes you happy and what you need. And if you can't understand that yourself, you can't expect other people to understand that about you. You have to take accountability for yourself and find what makes you happy and what you want to work towards, what it is you want in general for life. And once you can get that, then you can have other people come in and they can help you and you can accept help. But it's not until you know you can do it yourself that you're really gonna feel the strength to ask for help and still feel whole while receiving help. So yeah, hopefully that it's not too crazy. Ta-da. So, if you were one of the crazy people that watched all of that video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have anything that you want to add to the discussion, anything that you think that I might have misunderstood, or a different viewpoint that you might have, I would love to hear it. And hopefully, I mean, if it helps anybody, I mean, that makes this worth it. So, ta-da.